How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little bit of pariah up in this piece in the form of their Dryland is not a myth. This is an India Pale Ale. Yeah. I love me some pariah. They pop off some beers every now and then, so thank you very much, guys, for this. We'll see what's what. But they actually, their beers are quite fun. The first time they sent me a beer mail, it was like a big hazy, a big fruited thing, IPAs all around. The next one, there was like a lager involved, and there was just outside of your normal crazy hazy fruited stuff. And this time they sent off an IPA and a wheat beer, so kind of plucking at the old heartstrings. As far as what it says in here, it's a very weird label. It says Dryland is not a myth, so we're talking about a Waterworld reference, which is really fucking weird. Up top, it says, I've seen it. Now, you missed your chance, Pariah. You could have put, I've seen it. That would have been way funnier. But down here, it says, what you have here is our new school superhero hop Sabro-focused IPA. Sabro, first beer I ever had from Sabro that used Sabro hops was from Hop Butcher for the World. I think I went too deep on them. And then, who was it? 6 Point did their one. I forget what it was called, Dabble. And then now a bunch of people are doing Sabro. Anyway, also in the mix are small portions of two other hops that are so new their growers have yet to properly name them. Trust us, they're awesome. Notes of candied peach, toasted coconut. That's your Sabro at play there. An intriguing cedar character after wafting over a soft, pillowy mouthfeel. Next time someone's bad-mouthing Dryland, be sure to let them know it's not a myth. You've seen it. You've seen it. You gotta go there, man. You missed it fucking much. It's 7.5% alcohol by volume. Done and done. Enjoying an IPA glass. That's my IPA glass. So let's crack into it. This is a weird fucking way. I mean, who dies on that hill? Who dies in the Waterworld hill? Does fucking Costner have fucking steak in a burger or whatever? It's just a super weird place to go and to want to kind of go. I don't know. It's as weird as fucking Waterworld. It's the shittiest movie ever. Anyway, so as you can see, the label is equally as shitty, which almost makes it come around to be an awesome fucking label because of how craptastic it is. You got your coconut, you got your apples there. I think that's supposed to be a peach, but it looks like an apple to me. Yeah, the way it's a little bum is going there. I think it's more of a peach. Anyway, it's a shitty label that ends up being a decent label because of how shitty it is, if that makes any sense. The beer, though, does not look shitty. I mean, it's the haze, but it's not that super full-on, over-the-top haze. It's got a richness to it, a little bit of clarity to it. I know that's kind of weird. You're like, it's hazy and clear. No, but it's not that super thick butternut squash, turkey gravy haze to it. It has a little bit of light getting through there. And, a relatively tight, compact head to her. Nothing too crazy. Let's see if I can get the nose. Yeah, I mean, that Sabro really comes through. Because you get a really nice, soft coconut on top of, for me, it's more of ooh, that's fun. Is that like a pineapple married with a little bit of peach, maybe? I just took a sip when I didn't want to. That's weird. Never do that. Anyway, HBC 472 Brew 1 is the name of the other hop. They talked about cedar character. Yeah. Peach, toasted coconut. Yeah. It's weird because it's not really it's not ripened peach. Let's just dive into the taste. We already did it. It's not really a ripened peach. It's more of a slightly, it's not candied. It's like a baked pie peach. If you stripped away the heat and everything else, it's almost like you caramelized the peach, cooled it down, kind of ate it to where it's a little bit soft. Not even that though, but you had to be an under-ripened kind of peach. That's the weird one I'm going for there, because it has peach vibes, but it's not skinny, but it's a fleshy, but it's lost that mealiness or something like that, if that makes any sense. The peach isn't fully ripened, but it has not a lot of the negative stuffs that you get with an under-ripened peach. Combine that with a soft coconut, that's pretty much what you get in a taste. The nose really just had a soft little coconut thing on top of just a generic kind of peach, with a little bit of soft green going on. And that green follows through in the taste. There's almost like a little bit of a soft effervescence to it, like that spearminty minty thing without that kind of mintiness to it, that kind of effervescence that I talk about, that eucalyptus thing I talk about. Okay, mouthfeel. It's more of a kind of chugger mouthfeel, not a super dense, over thick mouthfeel. I mean, you can kind of see the way the beer looks. You didn't expect it to be super dense and super over the top. I think it's a fun beer. And it's quickly and I hate to make comparisons and reviews to other breweries. I think it's a little bit of a kind of, not a douchey thing to do, but, you want breweries to stand on their own. But it's quickly coming to get, hop butchery vibes from Pariah. Not necessarily from how the beers taste, but the way the beers that I've had from them are quite different. Each one I've had doesn't taste like the same beer over and over again. And the hops, here they're fucking with Sabro with a couple different unique hops. And just the beers that I've had have been kind of cool, tweaky variants and a bunch of different styles in their own kind of way. And that's one of the biggest things that kind of turns me on when it comes to a brewery, is when not only do they make well done beers, when they're have that fuckduckery spirit alive and well, and it seems like that's kind of the thing that's going on at Pariah, which is really fucking cool. So one of my favorite things when breweries do that, and they don't just kind of try to mimic what everybody else is doing and kind of do their own thing, and it really comes true, especially in the last few beers I had. The first couple were just let's get the haze out of the way. The last few were quite nice. Not that the other ones weren't nice. You know what I mean. But yeah, I like it. I mean, is this the best? I don't want to cut to that chase. Is this the best Pariah beer I've had? No. I think a couple of their other hazies have done me quite a bit better. But there's something about the way this comes off. There's something in the way the hops play and how the beer tastes, and that it's not what you typically get from a bunch of other breweries. It just kind of works for me, and it makes me kind of happy. So that in and of itself is a fun thing. I dig it. Yeah, I can get down. So yeah, anyway, let's talk about it. Let's cut to the chase. I mean, before I do that, herky jerky video, huh? Coconut comes through. There's got that kind of peach thing where it's underripened, but it doesn't have any negative bitterness to it. Quick, clean mouthfeel. Nothing too dense, nothing too thick. And there's a soft kind of spearminty greenness kind of floating on the other end, lacking the mintiness, but you know what I'm talking about. That evaporative. Some people will call it medicinal, but it's not there. It just kind of has that eucalyptus thing going on. Done and done. Is it one of the better IPAs that I've had as of late? One of the better ones? No. It's worthy of being in the conversation, but it's one of the more interesting ones I've had? Yes. And that's kind of where they kind of run in the same kind of line as a lot of the beers I've had from Hop Butcher. It's not typically what you get, and it's done very well in that manner. So it's not necessarily fucking around for the sake of fucking around. It's done well, and it's different. Value and availability, no idea. Pariah's cool enough to shoot some stuff off to me and leave you with, if you like what will you like this beer, if you like hazies, if you like Hop Butcher, and if you just like fuckduckery when it comes to the hop game, because that's pretty much what this is, and it has it in spades, and it does it really fucking well. So there you go. Curse words and beer reviews down. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice little Pariah jammer right now. And hope to see you next time. Cheers.